What's up, guys? It's been a little bit since I last recorded. I know if you guys are around my age in college, final season just started. Well, it just ended for me, but final season went on. I just got back from Thanksgiving break and just been studying for finals pretty much. I had a volleyball tournament, went to South Alabama this past weekend, so it's just really hard to find time to record these things, but now we got some time on our hands since we're all done with that, and I leave tomorrow, so I just got the whole night to do whatever. So we'll start filming some videos and have some fun. So we're back with some more Reddit stories. I know it's been a while. Hopefully, I'm not too rusty at this, but let's get to the first story. This one's from Legitimate Cycle 617. Met someone great, but scared it's moving too quickly. After years of staying out of the dating world, I finally opened up to someone and I'm feeling a bit unsure about the pace. I really haven't dated since high school. I'm very introverted, and for years my focus was on my studies and building my life. Uh, a big part of why I waited so long is trust. Between past experiences and everything you see on social media, it made me cautious and a little afraid to let someone in. About a month ago, I decided to try a dating app, and it matched me with someone and even set up a video call for us, which helped a lot, and we clicked surprisingly well. We like many of the same things, conversations feel easy, and there's mutual effort. He texts and calls regularly. He sends me flowers last week and picked me up after work when we go out. The part I'm unsure about is that he's already told me he has strong feelings and wants to be with me, and we've been talking to each other for less than a month. I don't see any red flags so far, and he's been respectful and consistent, but I can't tell if this is just healthy interest look like or if it's moving too fast. If someone who's naturally cautious, or as someone who's naturally cautious and not very experienced with dating, I'm trying to protect myself without overthinking everything. For those who've been in similar situations, how did you know when the pace was right? Is it reasonable to slow things down even if there aren't obvious red flags? Or is this just my fear talking? So, in my opinion, I think it's just your fear talking. If he has got no red flags and you guys really hit it off well, then there should be no reason why you guys shouldn't consider dating and start dating. He's made it open that he's into you, and you've made it hopefully interested, or let yourself know that you are interested in him too. So it's a mutual connection of feeling good about each other. So why not move it to the next stage? And you guys have liked each other. It seems like no barriers been crossed, no conflicts, no issues or anything. So I would. He's even got you flowers. So I would start moving it to the next stage and to starting to date. And if it doesn't work out, then you guys can just break up. Yeah, it's simple as that. And if it starts to go well, then well, awesome, good for you. But the longer you wait, the more it's gonna feel like nothing's gonna happen. Because if you guys just stay the same for like another month, then it's gonna be a long time, and it's gonna be like, well, what's gonna happen between you guys? You guys just start dating or what? So if you make the leap right now and start going in right now, then it'd definitely be for the best. Because it sounds like you guys are already going out and dating. Seems like everything's going really well. So I would definitely move on to the next stage. I perfectly understand how you feel about like letting someone into your life and how it can be definitely hard, especially on social media, which you emphasized. Like social media has made dating so just cooked pretty much, because it's just like all the reels you see are just highlighting people cheating, people being bad in relationships, and those are what gets the most clicks, most likes and stuff, and that just brainwashes you into thinking that, oh, all guys and girls are like that, so why should I start dating when this is most likely going to happen to me, when this only happens to honestly an unlucky few people. Obviously it still happens, but um, I'll let you get back on topic. But I would definitely let him know that you were interested in dating, and you just start moving it into the next stage, and start dating and see how you like it. And if everything works out well, then awesome. If not, just leave. No one's stopping you. It doesn't, it's like a toxic relationship or anything. It sounds like, if you want to leave, then just leave. It's kind of simple. But yeah, let's get to the next story. This next one is from Standard Painting 417. I effed up. I'm going to get negative comments for this, and I deserve it. I, 18 male, was talking to a girl for a bit. After a couple weeks, she opened up to me, saying she was SA'd, sexual assault, when she was younger, and a few days later we were messaging, and she always says, suck my dick, to a lot of things, which that's a little confusing, because I actually took a test in the reproductive system and came to the conclusion that girls do not have dicks. So that's a little weird. I don't know how that would work. That's a little kinky. But let's get back to it. And I wasn't thinking because I thought it was a joke and said, where there's a will, there's a way, and I always get what I want. I don't think of the connotations at all. She unadded me, so I can't apologize. I feel horrible and guilty about it. She said it was creepy. My current plan is to just avoid her as much as possible because we don't go to the same college, or because we go to the same college, sorry. I feel like apologizing in person would make things worse. How do I stop being insensitive? Um, she opened up on a very hard topic of sexual assault and how she was a victim of that when she was younger, sounds like. And you made a joke that she didn't like, and this is kind of mistakes happen. I'm glad you acknowledge your mistake and you feel bad about it. But welcome to the real world, I guess. One mistake and something can change. It's like, oh, well, I didn't actually mean it. Doesn't matter. You still said it. The action's already done, and you already messed up. And now she's gone. It sucks, but that's just life, pretty much. That's growing up. You learn these mistakes. This is all part of growing up. Of course, you should feel guilty about it. Not do it again. It's a lesson to be learned. Everyone can learn a lesson from every single situation, and this is definitely a lesson that you can learn. Not saying these insensitive comments to people like this, especially who might be a little more sensitive because of their past, being victims towards certain things. And, going forward, you just be a little more cautious about what you say to the different kinds of people because, you can say that to a completely different person. They'd be just fine with it. Everyone's different. Everyone acts different. Everyone takes jokes differently. Everyone takes things differently in life. And, if you can navigate that and figure out how to talk to different people in the way that they like it, that's gonna be very useful. And it's obviously a mistake. You didn't mean to make it like offensive like that. You weren't trying to be offensive or anything like that. She took it that way. People take things differently, and it's just life. I know it sucks that you're talking to this girl. You probably liked her, but the beautiful thing about college is there's plenty of fish in the sea. I don't know what college you go to. You could be going to the smallest college ever, or you could be going to the biggest college ever. Either way, there's gonna be tons of different fish out there. People meet new people. Sounds like you're 18. Sounds like you're a freshman. So there's gonna be plenty of opportunities to meet other people and to learn from your mistake and not make that same mistake again. So don't beat yourself up over it too much. I know you feel bad. I would feel bad too. But it's a part of life. You make these mistakes, you move on, and you learn from them. So that's what I would do. So let's get to the next story. Okay, we'll make this one the last one for right now. But this one's from Gloomy Tough 1943. How to tell fiance to brush his teeth. I have asked my fiance before if he could possibly start brushing his teeth. When I was pregnant, that's what it means, and I couldn't stand the smell. I've been with him for 2 years, lived with him now for 1 year and 7 months. Wow, that's a long time. And have never seen him brush his teeth except for that time. I would know because he doesn't own a toothbrush. Oh my god. I bought him a toothbrush a couple months ago, but he threw it away. I'm not sure how to bring it up, but it most definitely affects intimacy. I'm not sure how to bring this up without sounding rude. It's time to be rude. That's disgusting. You've been with him for 2 years. You've lived with him for a long time. You were together for 4 months when you guys moved in. That's kind of crazy. But it sounds like everything's going good. You guys are having a kid, but that's disgusting. He doesn't even own a toothbrush. This guy is probably a grown man. Fiance. He's probably in his 20s. Doesn't brush his teeth. That's disgusting. That's a red flag. First of all, that's just nasty. First of all, huge turnoff. At least for me. I like people with good hygiene, oral and everywhere else hygiene. So yeah, you should definitely be rude about it. You just gotta tell them like it's gross. You need to start brushing your teeth. It affects intimacy because you know how guys love intimacy. You say if it affects intimacy, that's gonna honestly help because he wants his intimacy life to be as best as possible. So if it affects intimacy, if you tell him brush your teeth, it's gonna help. Then he'll definitely start brushing his teeth because guys love that stuff. Speaking from experience, but yeah, you just gotta be rude. That's just disgusting. He doesn't brush his teeth. He doesn't own a toothbrush. Like, what in the world? How do you not own a toothbrush? it's a pretty essential thing to have. Get them. Toothbrushes are like the manual ones, non-electronic ones are like $2 at Target or wherever. Like literally just be rude to him. You gotta be rude to him. I mean, how does he not brush his teeth? That's disgusting. Brush your teeth. Everyone, the whole 0 people who are watching this, brush your teeth, okay? That's just gross. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. I hope you learned to brush your teeth, because that's gross if you don't brush your teeth, and your fiance is gonna think that that's gross too, because that's gross. Just I don't know how else to explain. That's gross. You just gotta brush your teeth. But I hope everyone had a good finals week. Enjoy your holidays, because my finals went good. I actually got all A's this semester. It's the first time in college that I got all A's, which is good. Third semester's the charm, I guess. Getting all A's. I think since I got 3 A pluses, I'm gonna have over a 4.0. Since pluses and minuses matter for some reason. But yeah, it's really cool. It's gonna be good. I'm excited for that. Work's going good. Yeah, I've been busy with work. I've been doing that like 3 days. Had my last shift at my old job this week too. Quit that because moving on to bigger and better things with my actual therapy job. That's crazy to think about. I've worked there for just under a year, so it's kind of crazy to think about that. I'm no longer working there. But that's all I got. Go to bed if it's past 10 p.m. and I will see you soon. Bye bye.